What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity NC, and you are checking out our Attitude Years Season 3 series recap. We've covered Season 1, which covers December 97 to December 98. We've got Season 2 covering January 99 to December 99, and we're on Season 3. We've covered January to June. We're currently covering WWF SmackDown from June 15th, 2000, live in Chicago, Illinois. And to kick off the night, we have our King of the Ring qualifying match as we see Edge with Christian defeat WWF Tag Team Champion Grandmaster Sexay with Scotty to Hotty. Um, Shane McMahon runs out and hits Grandmaster Sexay with a steel chair. Edge pins Sexay, and Edge gets the victory with some help from Shane McMahon, which doesn't, there's no explanation really for that. We see Vince and DX backstage. Vince says phase one is done. Let's have some fun now. So clearly, the McMahon-Helmsley Faction has something up their sleeve, and they come out to the ring. Shane says this just in for whatever for whatever reason, Edge and Christian have challenged the same team my dad and I beat on Raw. Edge and Christian will take on the Dudley Boyz. Vince says, you cheered when my darling wife made her matches. You thought she accomplished something. At King of the Ring, both teams will have equal ability. A small few think Triple H's team doesn't stand a chance. Triple H says, I have never been more confident in a team to be more successful than this team. We are unstoppable. I'm so sure of that. It's almost not fair. We are going to make the match even better. There's confusion about who's the number one contender. At King of the Ring, we are going to solve that. In the unlikely event Linda's team can beat us, whoever is the winner will be deemed the number one contender. Undertaker, can you trust anyone on your team? On Linda's team, no one can trust anyone. There is no one on my team. There is no I in team, but I have successfully put an I in that team. It will be who wants it more. In the event we win, no one gets a shot. I will give the title shot at Fully Loaded to the winner of King of the Ring. Vince says, we hope you enjoy the surprises we have for tonight as much as we do. So Triple H basically saying that if Linda's team gets a pinfall victory on the McMahon-Helmsley faction, that person will be the number one contender for Fully Loaded. If Triple H's team wins, then Triple H will fight the winner of the King of the Ring at Fully Loaded. So a lot being added to that match. We see Patterson, Gerald, Brisco in Times Square, New York, looking for WWF Hardcore Champion Crash Holly. Funny stuff seeing Pat and Brisco in Times Square. We then see T&A defeat the Hardy Boyz after Trish Stratus gets involved and drops Jeff Hardy onto the ring steps, and Tess hits a big boot to Matt. After Trish slaps Jeff, Lita runs down and attacks Trish. The Hardys attacks T&A, and Lita slams Trish and lands a flying leg drop to Trish Stratus. And this is the first time we see Lita and the Hardy Boyz actually together, and the first time we see this rivalry between Trish Stratus and Lita take shape. Lita definitely working with the Hardy Boyz and definitely sending T&A on their way. The Undertaker arrives backstage, and the police are with Vince McMahon. He tells him that the man whose car the Undertaker stole has issued a warrant for his arrest. And then Vince says, arrest that SOB. Undertaker gets handcuffed. Meanwhile, Undertaker spits the tobacco on Bull Buchanan, who's backstage with Vince. Just funny stuff seeing Vince McMahon try to get the last laugh here on the Undertaker getting him arrested. Vince then leaves in a limo, and he tells Shane not to have too much fun tonight. So now Shane is going to be running things. We get our second King of the Ring qualifying match. Scotty Too High defeats D'Lo Brown after a flying DDT. So tag champion Scotty Too High advances. Pat Patterson and Gerald Brisco are window shopping in New York, and Crash walks right by them, and they miss him. Oh, silly stuff there. WWF Intercontinental Champion Chris Benoit takes on Kane in a non-title match. Kane lands a reverse suplex, a side slam. Kane jumps into a title shot by Chris Benoit. Benoit hits Kane with the Intercontinental title, so Kane gets the DQ victory. After Benoit hits Kane twice with the Intercontinental title, but Kane continues to sit up, and Benoit retreats. There goes my speech impediment coming out. But basically, Benoit working for the McMahon-Helmsley faction here tonight, trying to eliminate Kane before that six-man tag match. We then see Edge and Christian take on the Dudley Boyz here. Um, both teams end up brawling on the ramp, and it leads to a double countout. After Bubba Ray Dudley suplexes Edge on the stage, DX attack the Dudley Boyz. They hit them with chair shots, put them in the dumpster, and then the DX basically close the lid, block it shut, and push the dumpster off the stage with the Dudley Boyz trapped in that dumpster. So clearly the Dudley Boyz got fucked up here. DX definitely wants to eliminate these guys. And man, the Dudley Boyz are having a rough time here on SmackDown. WWF Women's Champion Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley joined commentary for this match as Chris Jericho takes on Buchanan. Um, During the match, Stephanie gets involved. Jericho spits water on Stephanie McMahon outside of the ring. Stephanie then tosses a bucket of water on Chris Jericho, and Bull hits Jericho with a bicycle kick. After Bull gets the win, Triple H runs down, attacks Jericho, and hits a pedigree. So Jericho spits water in Stephanie's face, and Stephanie throws a bucket of water right back at him, which leads to Triple H attacking Jericho. Eventually, Jericho and Stephanie are going to continue this rivalry, but Triple H is assaulting Jericho here. Val Venis comes out. Val says, Rikishi decided to kick me 10 feet off the stage to the floor, then took his 400 pounds of cottage cheese, squashing me like a pancake. Rikishi, bring your fat carcass down here so I can beat you within an inch of your life. So we have an impromptu match here between Rikishi and Val. Val hits Rikishi with a TV monitor twice, and then a third time, and then Val nails Rikishi with a steel chair and leaves, Val getting the advantage of Rikishi after getting squashed like a pancake on Raw. Hardcore Champion Crash goes to meet Shaft, which is played by Samuel L. Jackson. The movie was popular during this time. He's in New York and he's basically asking Shaft for protection. We then get a promo from The Rock backstage, and then Gerald Brisco and Pat Patterson run into Shaft, and they're like, "Have you seen a guy that looks like Elroy Jetson?" He's like, "Yeah, I have." And then Shaft beats the shit out of Patterson and Brisco, clearly protecting Crash. And then we have our main event here, The Rock taking on Kurt Angle. During the match, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley come out. Stephanie grabs The Rock's leg. Angle lands a belly to belly. Triple H punches The Rock, and Angle lands a back suplex for a 2. Rock attacks Triple H on the floor, and then Angle tosses The Rock into the ring post. Rock hits a rock bottom. Both men are down. Rock tosses Kurt Angle into Triple H, lands a DDT. Shane McMahon and Buchanan come out on the apron. Rock hits a spine buster at Angle, lands a people's elbow, but then Triple H attacks The Rock. After The Rock gets the DQ victory, Buchanan and Triple H attack The Rock. Kane comes out and attacks the heels. Chris Benoit runs out and attacks Kane. Kane chokeslams Benoit. DX runs out and attacks everyone with pipes, and Triple H pedigrees Kane and The Rock. So the McMahon-Helmsley faction sure had a lot of surprises tonight, with Kane and The Rock being outnumbered, with The Undertaker being arrested. They had the advantage, but definitely hell is definitely going to pay for them when we head to Raw's War. We've got another Raw, another SmackDown, and then we've made it to the King of the Ring. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to stay notified when new content comes out. Leave a comment. What do you think of the McMahon-Helmsley faction heading into King of the Ring? And until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.